Have you ever been to a professional sporting event or watched one on TV and you notice that a particular brand or product is displayed over and over again, sometimes dozens in a row on screens or banners? And have you ever wondered why a company spends so much money and taking up so much advertising space to do that? It's not as if you go to the stadium and you think, well, Budweiser spends so much money taking up all these advertising slots, I guess I'll buy some Budweiser. The reason why companies do that is because the human mind needs to be exposed to something several times over in order for it to become part of the subconscious. And things that are more familiar to us tend to kind of become part of us, if you will. So what those companies are essentially doing is they're just bombarding you with their brand or their logo or a particular product, and then hoping that that product or their brand stays on your mind longer, or when it comes time to make a purchase in that particular market, that you automatically think of their brand or their product. And this can go for other things as well. For example, in studies where participants are asked to rank pictures of people's faces in terms of beauty, the photos of a particular person that they're showed more frequently, they will rank higher in terms of beauty because it's more familiar to us. But the negative things in life can also be overexposed to us and kind of become part of our outlook or our attitude. I made the mistake last week of subscribing to Reddit's subforum for the coronavirus. There was a new subforum created specifically for people to post news and things related to the pandemic that's going on right now. And like most of you, I thought it would be a good idea to stay abreast of what's happening. Of course, things are developing day by day as this disease spreads. But the unfortunate thing about it was now I had a constant stream in my Reddit news feed of all these very negative articles. And while a lot of us are already being financially impacted in a negative way by the pandemic, one industry that is booming right now is news and media. Whether you consume that news on TV or on your favorite publication's website or just through social media, people are consuming a massive amount of content based around the pandemic. And it's good to stay on top of what's going on, but that constant exposure to this negative news, I think, is affecting all of us in a bad way. It's kind of amplified because a lot of us are now working from home or we're self-quarantining just to be safe. And that gives us a lot of freedom with our schedule, but it's also kind of thrown us into this time abyss where simultaneously everything and nothing feels urgent. That leaves us more time to read the news, to see what's going on, to look on social media. It's giving us more time to ruminate on all the things that we're thinking about. And obviously, it's taking a mental toll on people. I would say for the most part, I haven't seen too many people panicking, but there does seem to be this underlying hum of stress that never really goes away. It's not overwhelming, but it is unrelenting. So if you are feeling this way, what do we do about it? Well, I want to talk about fear and gratitude and verbalizing both of those things. To quote one of the many Will Smith movies in which he plays himself, there's a particular character who says, "Fear is not real. Danger is real, but fear is not." Fear is something that we manifest within ourselves as a way to avoid danger. So in that way, fear can be a good thing because it can help keep us safe, but sometimes it can overwhelm us as well. So what I think would be a great thing for all of us to do is verbalize both our fears and the things that we're grateful for. I'm sure there's some scientific explanation of why saying your fears out loud helps to calm them down, and I don't know what that is, but I know for me that is something I've felt to be very helpful over the years. So I'm gonna go first. I would say first and foremost, I am afraid for my small business, as many other small business owners can probably relate. Right now is an uncertain time for lots of individuals and lots of small businesses. We've seen a little bit of a fallout already from the pandemic. However, we are weathering it pretty well. But of course, we don't know what's going to happen in the long term. People are losing their jobs, people are losing money in the stock market, people are getting sick. So of course, as a small business owner, I am a little bit afraid of the future right now. And I would say the second thing I'm afraid for is my health. And as a lot of you know, I have an underlying heart condition, which can add to complications if I contract COVID-19. Now, statistically speaking, someone my age is going to fare pretty well through the disease. However, as many doctors have told me over the years, statistics don't mean anything to the individual. In fact, I've already been on the marginal side of statistics 2 times with my heart condition. So if you are someone that's statistically fairly safe and you do develop complications, those statistics aren't really going to matter to you at all. So it is an additional layer of complication for me and something that does weigh on my mind. And the third thing I'm concerned for, which kind of goes hand in hand with number 1, is I'm just concerned for my friends, family, and the members of the Architect Fitness community. I'm very close with all the members. Everyone's very important to me in our community, and I've already started to see the financial impact or the mental health impact that the quarantine is starting to have on people, and that really upsets me. Of course, I care about all of you and I want to see you do well, so it's tough to see so many people already starting to struggle in different ways, not just financially. Some people are fortunate to be somewhat financially insulated from this pandemic, but we are more than just a place where people come to exercise. We kind of think of ourselves as an education hub or a resource for general health and well-being. So the physical component is the primary concept of what we do, but we also are always trying to find solutions for you to have a healthier diet, have a healthier relationship with your body, to just be educated on general health and wellness. And anything that we can do to put you in a better mindset or help your attitude, especially in a time right now, is super important to us. So seeing people struggle really makes me afraid, and it makes me want to do better, and I hope that I can do that. And of course, anyone that works in an industry where you are trying to help people, one of your fears is always, am I doing a good enough job? Can I be doing more? Am I doing the right things? So those are my fears, and getting them out there definitely makes me feel a lot better, because I think sometimes when you say them out loud, they seem a little less scary. And while I hope that people can't relate, I hope people aren't afraid, I know that a lot of people are. So hopefully hearing other people like me talk about what they're afraid of will make you feel a little more secure and a little less alone, because you know that other people are going through this too. So now I want to verbalize my gratitude, the things that I am grateful for. And first and foremost, I want to say that I am personally grateful for my girlfriend, Katie. She is always doing things to make sure that I'm coping with my stress well. And when you're a small business owner, you have many stresses with or without a pandemic. And so she's always there for me, and I'm extremely grateful for that. I wouldn't be able to do most of the things that I do without her. And the next thing I'm grateful for is the Architect Fitness community. I have been completely blown away by the dozens and dozens of messages I've received over the last week of people calling and emailing and texting to see how I'm doing and to tell me, hey, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to be a member of this gym no matter what. You have our support. And it really moves me in a way I can't describe, because a lot of you know that I'm not the most outwardly emotional person. So it kind of has taken me by surprise. Not that people care, but just how much it's really meant to me has been really moving. And the fact that people would take time out of their day to check in with me and Katie and the rest of the staff, Matt and Anna and everybody. And I'm just so grateful for the community, the members, and the staff. Everyone's been doing the absolute best they can right now. And the people that have had to leave the gym at this time, I'm grateful for all of you too, just for being a member in the first place. I don't begrudge anybody for having to make these decisions, because we are facing some really unprecedented challenges. So it's just been really positive and overwhelming that people have reached out and just been so genuine, and I really appreciate it. Again, you can tell I'm struggling for words with it. So those are the things that I am mostly grateful for. So where do we go from here? Well, I want you to do 3 things today. Number 1, I want you to unplug from the internet for at least an hour and just don't look at the news. Don't look at your Instagram, your Facebook, your Reddit, your Twitter. Just stop consuming content for at least 1 hour today and every day. If you can, during that same hour, get outside, go for a walk, get some fresh air. I did this on Saturday. We got together with a couple people, less than 10. And we kept our distance. We went for a walk in the woods, and I just felt exponentially better afterwards. My attitude just felt better. I was feeling more positive about just everything going on. So I cannot recommend that enough. The other 2 things I want you to do is, 1, I want you, if you are willing, to verbalize your fears and the things that you're grateful for. Feel free to post them in the comments of this video. I would love to hear what other people are thinking about right now, because it makes me feel more connected to everyone and just less alone. And I would love to hear the things that you're grateful for too, because I think we could all use a little bit more positivity right now. And the third thing I want you to do, if you're, again, up for it, is just share this video with somebody that you know. They don't have to be a member of the gym or even interested in working out. Just maybe, hopefully this video can help us kind of shift our perspective and take care of our mental health a little bit in a time where I think a lot of people are struggling with that. So anyway, I'm going to leave it there before I get too choked up. Thanks so much for watching, and we have a bunch of content and stuff coming for everyone to just continue to make the most of what we are dealing with right now. See everyone soon.